Yeah, good morning everyone. We are back with the video. So first of all, let's just pray. If you wonder what I do like this is how we pray. हम ऐसे दुआ मांगते हैं. Do it however you do it. So just pray for 5 seconds, genuinely. Okay. Now, I've been having many comments. First of all, the key points, which many of you were asking. Please write this third point as the first point, because in your notebook, the first page I told you, just one single page, write this as the first point, because this is being used in the second and third point. So I wrote it later, but you write this as first, use of brackets as first. That we've already seen how we do it, opening up the bracket. Then write this as the second point and this as the third point. So this and this is your, like every day that I told you this, every day you have to see and understand and remember. Okay, so this is very, very important. Now a few comments were there about various things. I'll try to come to those. One was, yes, question number 10 we do not have to do. I didn't skip it. It was don't do it right now. Whenever inshallah we meet soon, then we'll do it. So question number 10, not to be done in the notebook. 9th also, I said not in the notebook, but I said you must try it. You must see, solving both the sides, you must see what you're getting as the answer. Okay, then there were doubts on multiplication of integers. Multiplication of integers is just like the normal multiplication that we do. I'll just explain. And you just have to take care of the negative sign. If the integers are positive, obviously there's nothing that changes, like we multiply exactly in the same manner. But yes, if there are negative integers, then I'll just tell you there's nothing confusing in that. I'll just explain. Some children were having a lot of doubt in that. So supposing I want to multiply, let's say, -2 and -4. Now, first of all, ignore the negative sign. 2 into 4 is 8. Now, if you have even number of negative signs, meaning if you have two numbers or two numbers or 4 numbers or 6 numbers and so on, then they cancel out each other and your answer is positive. You need not write positive. Just to mention, I'm saying +8. Whereas if you have -2 into 4, then your answer will be -8, because there is one negative sign. If there were 2, it would have become positive, minus minus plus. Now if if I have 2 into -4, then also the answer is -8, because 2 into 4 is still 8 and I have one negative sign. Whether I have it here, whether I have it here, the answer will be negative. Okay, so this is all that is there. Supposing you have 5 numbers, let's say, okay, I'll take simple numbers. 1 into -2 into 3. Supposing this is what I have to multiply. 1 into 2 into 3, 1 into -2 into -3 into 4 into 5. So this becomes 120. Why 120? Because there were 2 negative signs. Supposing I had a -1 here, supposing, then my answer would have been -120, because there were 3 negative signs. That's all in multiplication of integers. There's nothing which you should worry about. It's exactly the same like we do normal multiplication, just that you have to take care of the negative sign. That's it. Okay, then one more doubt was on the multiplicative inverse that we did. So multiplicative inverse, I had taken up an example in which I said the multiplicative inverse of -2 is -1/2. And very rightly, I think Divya mentioned, or I don't know who mentioned, but yes, it is actually -1/2. But when we write, this is known as a rational number. We'll do rational numbers in 7th. This is a rational number. So whenever you have a negative sign, we just take it to the numerator. So you will generally not see something written like this. Whenever you have a negative sign, we take it to the numerator. So this and this are actually equal. So we just take the sign to the numerator, and so we get -2 into this will give us the multiplicative identity, which is 1. So both of them are same, but we write the negative sign in the numerator, mentioning that yes, this is a negative rational number. So minus 1 by 2 you write, or 1 by minus 2 you write. The value is same, but we generally write this way. Okay. Then any other, actually I had thought I'll see in the video, I'll see the comments, but now I'm recording, I've again forgotten. I think these were the major doubts that you had, and good that you are following, but please keep doing it alongside, and please keep practicing a lot. Okay. Now we come to 1.2. 1.2 is very important. I did that in the first video also when I was just recalling. Now the first question, this you have to do in the notebook. First question, and I'm telling you how to do. Please listen and do as I do. First question, A part. They are saying, please do write whatever is given, as I always mention. Sum is minus 7. You have to find out a pair of integers whose sum is minus 7. Now, first thing that I want you to do is write the pair as in two numbers. Which numbers are you taking? The pair is, let's say, if I take minus 3, minus 4. Now, I want to find out the sum. So the next line you will write is sum is equal to, now sum means plus sign. So the first integer plus the second integer. Now again, using the use of brackets which I just now gave you, this is, there is no sign, meaning there's plus sign in front, it remains minus 3. This is again plus minus, so minus 4, and this becomes minus 7. So this pair is fine. There will be infinite pairs, so we cannot discuss all. I will just discuss one more. You just need to write one. So if you've written this, fine. Now if I think of, I want to tell you where children go wrong. So supposing I take the, supposing you think that yes, minus 3 and 10 we can take. Supposing. Alright, supposing I take the pair as this. Now I want to find out the sum. So it will be minus 3 plus 10, which comes out to be 7 and not minus 7. So this pair, if you write, it will be wrong. Instead, if you write 3 and minus 10, let's see what happens. Sum is going to be 3 plus minus 10, which is 3 minus 10, which is minus 7. So this pair is right and this pair is wrong. You will get it with practice, and please just don't think orally, just don't do it orally. You must write, first you must write the two numbers as a pair like I have written, because in this question most of the children do it wrong because they do not write this step. They don't understand that you need to have two different numbers so that you can see whether the sum is coming out to the required number or the difference is coming out to be the required number. Sum wala is still easier. So for this, you can write this in the notebook or you can write this in the notebook. This I just wanted to discuss, that is why I have done it. This is wrong. Only one example, only one pair you need to give. Okay, so that the choice is yours. Choose any one or you can make up your own, but please write like this, check, and you must get the correct answer. Always refer back to the first page that I gave you just now. First page, please refer back to that, how you're going to solve, and then once you are used to solving or you are very clear about it, then maybe one or two steps you can decrease. But right now I want you to show each and every step so that you do not make any mistake. Alright, now the second one is, the B part is, difference is minus 10. Difference is minus 10, yes. Now, again, let's see. Now here we, supposing I say the pair, I want the difference to be minus 10. So supposing I say, okay, let me take minus 3 and minus 7. Supposing. Now here please understand, we have to find the difference. Difference means you are going to be subtracting the two numbers. So if I subtract minus 3 minus the second number, this comes out to be 3 plus 7, which is 4. So my answer is wrong. This pair does not give me the correct answer. Okay. Now, supposing let's see if we can think of another pair which gives us the right answer. Please do not write this. Okay, I'll rub it out for you. This was not correct. I was just showing you why it was not correct. We need the difference. So let's say, supposing I take the pair to be, let's say -2 and 8. Now let's check. First integer minus the second integer, which comes out to be -10. So this pair is fine for the difference. Now sometimes in the question it will be mentioned, like this is the first question, so they've not mentioned anything whether it is negative or positive. You could take any integer. Sometimes it is mentioned that both the integers have to be positive, or both the integers have to be negative, or one has to be positive, one has to be negative. So you have to be very, very careful while choosing the numbers. Here nothing was mentioned, so we could have taken any combination of the two. So here -2 -8 will give you -10. So this is the answer for the B part. Now the C part, that is simple. The sum is 0. So if the sum is 0, what are the possible options? Pair, if you take, I hope you realize that only pairs like this, or 5 - 5, or 10 - 10, or 8 - 8, only these pairs would get you the sum 0. So here you will just write sum is equal to -2 plus 2, which is 0. Okay, so this is very, very simple. So you're going to just copy this down in your notebooks, all 3 parts, and then we move on to question number 2. Now I do not want to do all of them, but anyways I'll do, but you try to find out more pairs. Okay, try yourself to find out more pairs of integers. Now the second question says, write a pair of negative integers whose difference gives 8. Now they are saying A part, pair of negative integers. This is given in the question. So this is what I was saying, that sometimes you will be given a particular case that we want negative, we want positive, and the difference is 8. So difference is 8. Alright, now let's see. So now let's say we want both the integers to be negative. In this case, it's given in the question. So obviously the numbers have to be negative. Now supposing you say that, now first of all you think of 2 numbers जिनका difference है 8. Okay, any 2 numbers which have a difference of 8. Let's say I take 1 and 9. Okay, the simplest. 1 and 9 have a difference of 8. Now since I want both the numbers to be negative, if I take -1 -9, let's check. Now I want the difference, so first integer minus the second integer. -1 plus 9, which is 8. So in this case, my difference between the two, please understand, please make very, very sure that you understand why I am putting this minus sign here, and that it will change the sign of the next number eventually. So -1 and -9 have a difference of 8. Again, B part is okay. Should I leave the B and C for you? If you're unable to do, why will you not be able to do? Write it like this, check and see. You can try and put different numbers. So B and C you have to do on your own. Okay. Now we come to the third question. In a quiz, team A scored this and team B scored this in successive rounds. Which team scored more? Can we say that we can add integers in any order? Okay, this one also is very simple. I will not do it. You will write, please listen, you will write the first statement, score of team A equal to minus, you can write in one line only, minus 40 comma 10 comma 0. Score of team B 10 comma 0 comma minus 40. And then to find the total score, you will just add the 3 for both of them. For team A, you will add the 3 numbers. For team B, you will add the 3 numbers. Solve and you will get the same answer. So you will write the final answer statement that both the teams scored the same marks. And yes, we can add integers in any order. And remember, we did properties, so adding them in any order was commutative property, that you can add in in this case 3 numbers, it will be associative property, that you can add any number together first and then add the third one. Okay, one doubt was this also, that do we have to write the properties in the notebook? No, don't write the properties in the notebook. I was just explaining it to you. You must understand, because those properties will go on and on and on for all kinds of numbers that you know, that you're going to study later. Okay, so this is it. Now the fourth question. Third you will do yourself, B and C part you will do yourself. Fourth question, not to be done in the notebook. You will just write it in the, you can just do it in your book, or just open your book and quickly we'll discuss. The first one, minus 5 plus minus 8 is equal to minus 8 plus minus 5. You have to fill in the blank. Obviously it has to be minus 5. And this property is commutative property, that minus 5 plus minus 8 is same as minus 8 plus minus 5. The next one, minus 53 plus dash equal to minus 53, it will be 0. Next is 17 plus dash equal to 0, it has to be minus 17. 13 plus minus 12 plus dash is equal to 13 plus minus 12 plus minus 7. Now obviously in the blank you will have minus 7, and this is associative property. Then next one again is associative property, and the blank is minus 3. So this do not do in the notebook. We have just discussed. Then I've already told you multiplication of integers. There is nothing except the negative sign. Okay. Then we come to very, very important thing, which is distributive property, for which I'll make another video. I'm going to stop it here. Distributive property, very, 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 very important. We'll do it in the next video. Okay. See you. Stay home. Stay safe. Safe, and help your mothers. With no maids, please help your mothers. Okay. Bye bye.